Current voice, English. Silver can't attract a good games host. Gold can't replace a nice tutorial. Welcome to Azure Game Utopia. In Defenders of the Wild, the evil machinations have invaded nature. Players will take on the roles of animals in nature to protect the land together. Let's drive these machinations out. The video will focus on a 4-player gameplay session. First, look at the central setup. Place the perimeter tiles in a circle. Place the habitat hex tiles in the center as shown. The habitat hex tiles can face any direction. However, the central arrow direction must be consistent. First, place the center base tile. Stack the factory tiles with the shown side up, in ascending order according to the numbers on the tiles. Rotate each tile freely and place them in the center. These are called machine cores. Place the 2 circles nearby as shown. Place this token on the direction circle at the gear position. Place the toxic site tokens on the toxic site circle. Place a wall token where the central tile's arrow points. Place another one on the top right. Place an engine token on the right edge as shown. Mirror the setup on the other side. Take 2 mechs and place them on the central tile. Place a mech at each location with a mech symbol on the edge. Place a pollution token on the tile with a hexagon symbol. Place the remaining tokens in an accessible location. Place the 4 death tokens next to the map. Select 7 machine cards without the difficult keyword. Shuffle them and place them face down nearby. Next, look at the player setup. Each player takes a set of these items. Flip the faction circle to the side with 4 dots. Place camp tokens on the 4 rightmost spaces of the support tracker. Place the support token on the leftmost space. Each color has 2 organizer cards. Choose one. Take the corresponding 12 defender cards. Shuffle them face down, place them to the left of the circle, and draw 3 cards as your hand. Remove the other organizer card and its corresponding token from the game. Each player takes 3 breach tokens and 3 damage tokens. Take one of each of the 4 faction tokens. Place them with the dark side up. Each player takes their organizer token and 1 unused camp. Place these 2 tokens on an outer habitat that matches your color. If there is no matching habitat in the outermost circle, look in the next nearest circle. The player most likely to defend the stronghold starts. Take the first player token. The game can now begin. The goal of the game is to control the situation. Build all camps and rewild all machine tiles to win immediately. Due to the relatively complex failure conditions, they will be explained in detail later. A round consists of only 2 phases shown on the screen. In short, all players will play a card in the organized phase, then decide the starting player for the round and spend action points to perform actions starting from them. After all actions are completed, resolve a machine card. After all players have taken a turn, return to the organized phase to start a new round. The detailed process for each phase is as follows. Organized phase. All players, without discussion, cover a card from their hand and place it in front of them. After everyone has placed their card, reveal them simultaneously. If there is a reveal keyword, execute it immediately. After completing all reveals, proceed to the action phase. Action phase starts with the first player and proceeds clockwise. Each turn consists of the 2 actions shown on the screen. Take actions. Based on the number in the bottom left corner of the played card, the player gains the corresponding number of action points. If the player wants additional action points, they can play additional cards from their hand with matching tokens in the top left corner under the played card. Each additional card played grants 1 extra action point. However, the additional cards do not have their own action points or effects. The possible actions are listed on the player aid card. Details will be explained later. After the player confirms and executes all desired actions, reveal a machine card and execute its top effect. After execution, the next player clockwise takes their turn, repeating the 2 actions shown. Continue until all players have taken exactly 1 turn. Then, place the played cards on top of the exhaustion deck to the right of your circle. Next, we will explain the types of actions and machine cards. Each type of action, unless otherwise specified, costs 1 action point to perform once. However, before explaining the actions, we need to explain the concept of damage. Mechs on the factory are considered snipers. The rest are considered hunters. When a player leads any action, if there is a mech in the same space or an adjacent space with a sniper, they must roll 1 damage die. If there is a mech in the same space, gain damage tokens equal to the number of symbols rolled. Place the damage tokens on your circle. If there is no mech in the same space but a sniper in an adjacent space, only resolve the aim symbols. At any time, if a player's circle already has 3 damage tokens and they take more damage, they must immediately discard 1 random defender card from their hand, considered as a casualty. Place the discarded card face up under the death token outside the map corresponding to the habitat shown on the card. The habitat is shown in the top left corner of the defender card. If there are no cards in hand, draw the top card from the deck. After death, the player removes all damage tokens from their player board. Next, we will see the types of actions. Move. Move your organizer token to an adjacent legal space. There are several situations where you cannot move into a space. Complete walls or any edge of a factory tile. As each edge of a factory is considered a complete wall. Engines cannot be crossed. Machine cores cannot be entered. You cannot leave the game map. When moving, if the space played with the habitat card is connected, it is considered one space. Players can spend 1 action point to enter any space within the area. They can also spend 1 action point to leave the area to an adjacent space. Rewilded spaces are considered any habitat and are connected. Build a camp. When your support tokens reach the leftmost space next to the camp token and meet the conditions listed on the screen, you can perform this action. The execution order is as follows. Pick up the leftmost camp token, based on the revealed number. Draw cards from your defender deck to match the number shown. If the deck is empty, shuffle the exhaustion deck to form a new draw pile. After execution, place the support tokens back in the leftmost empty space. Place the picked up camp in the leader's location. Support tokens will rise due to the reasons shown on the screen. Details will be explained later. If a player places the last camp token, after placing it, immediately remove the organizer token from the map and place it on the circle. Place the support tokens in the rightmost space and exit the game. This player will no longer have turns, and will only wait for the game's victory or failure. Regroup. Remove your organizer token from the map and place it on a tile with one of your camps. This action is not considered a move. Heal. If the leader's location has any player's camp, you can perform this action. The effect is to discard all damage tokens from your circle. Clear pollution. Discard the pollution token or toxic site token from the leader's space. If a toxic site is discarded, place it back on the corresponding tile, and gain 1 damage token. After execution, push the support token 1 space to the right. If there is no space to the right, do not push. Destroy a mech. Discard a mech token from the same space as the leader, and gain 1 support. Breach a wall. If the player meets the conditions shown on the screen, they can perform this action. Place a breach token on the edge. This wall will no longer block move actions. Each edge of the factory is considered a wall, and can also have breach tokens placed on it. This action grants 1 support. Rewild the factory. If the leader is on a factory tile and meets the conditions shown on the screen, they can rewild this tile. Simply flip the tile. This grants 1 support. Regardless of rewilding, each edge of the factory is still considered a wall. Use items. This is a free action that does not consume action points. Players can flip any colored item token face up to use its effect. Individual effects are listed on the screen, except for bread. Using any item will not trigger a damage roll. However, if the action itself grants support, it will be added. These items are obtained when any leader moves into a space with a camp. Flip the corresponding colored item token face up. If the leader is already on a camp, spend 1 action point to flip the corresponding item token. Next, we will see the types of machine cards. Engine's machine. Follow these steps. Each engine moves 2 times. The direction is determined by the machine token's position on the direction circle. Use the symbols on the side of the engine token to see the direction. Move in the corresponding direction. Place a wall token in the original position. If the move encounters a wall or another engine, remove the engine token from the map. Place a wall token in the original position, and place the removed engine token in the central machine core position. If the move reaches the edge, continue moving until it is no longer on the edge. This entire action is considered one move. Place wall tokens on all edges passed. After moving, if there is an engine in the central tile, assign each engine to the highest numbered factory tile on the map, regardless of whether the tile is rewielded. Place the engine token facing outward in the direction of the tile's arrow. If the indicated direction has a wall or another engine, find the next legal position clockwise or counterclockwise based on the machine token's position. If no legal position is found, check the next highest numbered factory tile. Continue until a placement is possible. Factory's machine. Check if any habitat point has walls on all sides, regardless of whether the walls are complete. If so, discard all walls from that point. Move the central factory tile, maintaining its direction, along with everything on top, to cover this position. If the covered point has tokens, move them to the new covering tile. However, remove the camp token from the game. Then, deploy 2 new mechs in the central space. This action can only be performed once per machine card, if there are multiple points that can be covered. Follow the central arrow's direction and the machine token's position to find the first point encountered that is closest to the center. If there are no points that can be covered, each non-rewielded factory tile will pollute. Starting from the highest numbered tile, each factory tile has 3 edges that will place a pollution token. If a point has 3 pollution tokens at any time, discard them and replace with a toxic site token. If the placement encounters a toxic site token, extend 1 space outward in a straight line to place the pollution token. Do not place it if it goes out of the map. Reboot Machine. Same effect as Factory's machine, but changes the machine token's direction before executing the cover or pollution. Mechs Machine. Place a mech in each habitat indicated by the engines. If the indicated position is not a habitat, place it on one of the engine's sides. The side is determined by the current machine token's position. After placement, all non-sniper mechs not in the same space as a player will move closer to the players. The judgment process is as follows. If there is a current player's organizer token within 2 spaces, move to the current player's organizer token space. If not, but there is another player's organizer token within 1 space, move to that organizer token space. If there are multiple targets, prioritize the player to the left of the current player. Additionally, mechs cannot move through walls, regardless of whether they are breached. This concludes the gameplay rules. The process outline is shown on the screen. Please pause and review as needed. The process will be repeated until the following conditions are met, and the game will end immediately. There is only one victory condition. All players must build all camps and rewild all factories. There are 3 failure conditions shown on the screen. Please pause and review as needed. These are all the rules of the game. The game also offers a difficult mode and solo mode. Due to length, they will not be introduced here. Next, we will see the game reflections. Defenders of the Wild is an interesting co-op game. Players must strategize and support each other through card play and actions. Fans of medium to long-term planning and co-op games should give it a try. See you next time. Bye.